Hi, everyone. Welcome to another webisode on wellness.com, where we bring you expert health advice. Today, I'm in the company of Maria Laffin, and we're going to be talking about Chinese medicine and acupuncture. Welcome to the program, Maria.
Thank you for having me.
So the first question that I have for you that probably will be on most people's minds is, what is Chinese medicine and how different is it from the type of medical practices that we're used to in the West?
Okay, well, that's a valid question. Chinese medicine, or traditional Chinese medicine, is a 2,000-year-old medicine. And it's based on the principle of yin and yang and the 5 elements theory in order to be able to balance the body. So you have to look at yin and yang being extremes of opposites. And that whole theory of the elements of we have fire, wood, earth, metal, water, and with those we're able to diagnose the body and treat the body to get the body into balance.
So I'm taking away from your comments is that it's all about balance and how we achieve balance. So what are some of the elements that traditional Chinese medicine will be looking at? Is it our vital organs? Is it our body function? How would you sort of prescribe Chinese medicine versus traditional medicine in the West?
Right. The way we diagnose it, yes, there is an element of the meridians. We look at the meridians, how, if there is a dysfunction. Let's say, for instance, someone has a back pain in a certain spot, and from a traditional Chinese medicine perspective, we might see that there is a disruption of flow of energy on that particular meridian. So we're going to promote the flow of energy. And with that, we use, acupuncture. We can use, other therapies such as cupping to be able to promote that flow. So the difference, I don't think I quite answered on the first part, but the difference with Western medicine is using, lab work, is evidence-based lab work where they are going to be diagnosing and prescribing pills. With traditional Chinese medicine, we're looking at the body as a whole, the imbalances that there is not only in the meridian, but in the organs as well. And then we can prescribe acupuncture, we can prescribe, cupping, or we can do, herbal therapy as well.
Can we touch on these 3 aspects of what you just described, acupuncture, cupping, and herbal remedies? Can you explain a little bit what cupping is all about?
Well, cupping is pretty much a suction. So there's different types of cupping, but for example, fire cupping involves you get a cup and then you introduce the fire in the cup, and then once you touch the person's body, it creates a suction, and that suction bruises and brings blood flow to the area. So with that in mind, once it's removed, the body realizes that there is an imbalance going on there. We need more blood flow to help, heal that area. And that's how cupping works. That's pretty much.
So why does cupping happen on the back or anywhere where there's pain or imbalance?
It can happen not just on the back, in different parts. For instance, someone that might be having tennis elbow, they can have cupping done on the arm. Someone who is having leg pain, you can have cupping done on the leg, So it can be used in different areas.
Interesting. So it stimulates blood flow to the body, and as a result, I guess healing does happen. By the way, I'm a huge fan of cupping, so I've done it many, many times, and I think it's magical. What about acupuncture?
Acupuncture is the insertion of needles in different points of the meridian, what we call acupuncture points. And that is done according to the Constitution. So first, when a person comes in, we're going to be diagnosing and explain to them what we're going to do. So from an acupuncture perspective, we are putting the needles in different parts of the body. It can be on the hands, on the feet. It can be, in the tummy, or it can be on the forehead, on the top of the head. And the whole idea is to promote that balance based on the organ or the pattern that we see that it's imbalanced. So it could be,
Sorry,
yeah.
does it trigger the nerve endings? Is it because I think acupuncture and cupping are completely two different objectives. One is about the blood flow. The other one is about the nerves, right?
There is the nerve portion of it. Yes, if you're doing acupuncture with the intent of if you're doing on the back where you have all those nerve endings, yes, it follows that pattern where you can trigger, the nerve. Not that you're actually touching the nerve, but yeah, you can be doing that. But there is the acupuncture where you are promoting the balance of the body. You're promoting the chi balance, and will be in different parts of the body, and not necessarily that you're going to have a nervy sensation. It will have more of what we call the chi sensation, more of a heavy sensation, and that is different.
And then the last point is about herbal remedies. Why is it great to drink a lot of green tea?
Green tea it's great for the body in terms of antioxidants and all that. But from a traditional Chinese medicine perspective, the herbs that we're looking at, it's pretty much like it can be single herbs, but a lot of the times we're looking at a herbal formula. And the way I describe it, it's pretty much when you're cooking. And if you're cooking, you need to balance your cooking. So you put different ingredients in there. With the body, when we see that the body is out of balance, and let's say there is a certain deficiency, so you'll be adding some herbs that will be tonifying, some herbs that will be moving, and we'll be creating a balance, and we'll have a formula for that. And in the same token, if there's a lot of excess in the body, let's say there's a lot of heat, a person has a lot of heat, so you'll be adding some more cooling herbs, herbs that will be releasing some of those excesses in the body. And a formula, sometimes you might have herbs that will be tonifying, and perhaps you might have one or two that will be reducing. So it's about that balance, right?
Brilliant. It's amazing. Thank you very much for this insightful information. For all of you who are interested in reaching Maria, how can they reach you directly?
They can just go to my website, which is www.acupunctureforgood.com.
Wonderful. Thank you again for being on this podcast. If you've got any questions, thoughts, or comments, please leave them in the bottom section. And please make sure you subscribe to our channel, both on the website and our YouTube. Thanks for watching wellness.com, where we bring you expert health advice.